Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Justin with Tuner Expressions Auto Detailing. Thanks for joining in on the show. And today we have a BMW 8 Series 2020 that we're going to be doing a ceramic coating on. All right, so there's a lot to get through, and there's a lot that's going into this detailing. So the whole entire thing is going to be done through time lapse. Don't worry, there's going to be links in the description for all the products that were used during this detail. And of course, feel free to ask any questions and we'll go from there. So what you saw starting out was a rinse to get rid of all the dirt, all the big stuff before we ended up doing a pre-rinse because we don't want to add any type of scratches to this detail, especially since it's a black vehicle. Even though BMW and most European cars have stronger clear coats and more resilient, that doesn't mean that they're impervious to any type of scratches. So what you saw on the previous step, did a pre-wax cleanse, an iron decontamination followed by a clay bar. And right now, you see that we're doing a full wheel detail. And you're going to see the tires getting hit multiple times because they're going to have permanent tire shine added. So you have to make sure that those are good. And you'll actually, if you pay attention to the bottom here, the tires will actually bleed black. Now, most tire cleaners, you're not going to see that. However, have to use some really crazy stuff to make sure that we get rid of all of the, we have to decontaminate those tires to make sure we have the best surface possible for those tires. All right, now we're going through the second set of clay bar. Light clay bar, got to be real careful in direct sunlight. Make sure you get plenty of lubrication. And a couple trains of thought here, you could rinse it off or you could just dry it as you go. Here we're using the Adams air cannon to make sure that we get all of the residual water that could be remaining everywhere, which is a phenomenal tool. You could actually dry the whole entire car with this thing. We have a review on this on the YouTube channel. We also have a brand new another blower that we have that's called Blow. That's very similar to the air cannon that we're using. So here's all the prep. So the wash is complete. We brought out some of that luster with the clay bar and iron decontamination, and we're getting ready to go to that next step, which is my favorite step, and that's doing the paint correction to bring this gloss out, get rid of all the scratches. But I mean, as you can see right now, I got plenty to be excited for because she's already shiny, and as soon as we put the ceramic on it, it's going to go ballistic. As with anything, it's always very important to make sure that all your tools are clean, and before we go to the next step, just doing a quick rinse of the buckets and tools. Oh yes, the back into the garage, nice and slow, cool, full frame, boom, there she is. Mind keeping that six-figure car in there permanently. All right, inspection time. Taking our scan grip and going over the whole entire vehicle, looking for any type of rids and finding out what needs a little bit of extra work, and right into the paint correction. As I stated before, all the tools, even the foam pads, everything is going to be in the links below. You'll see that there's some, I'm doing a test on this back door with a medium pad and, a compound versus a compound and polish all in one, just seeing what's actually going to work. So it is a harder surface, and you're going to see that going to go to a more aggressive pad here in a minute to get better results faster, because this is the longest. This is the longest part of this detail. So keep going back and forth with a Lake Country blue pad and a medium polishing Lake Country HDO pad to finish everything off. So you'll see that I'll actually keep the 3D1 on the panel because it is a diminishing polish, compound and polish. So instead of just having to rewipe, you just get a really nice two-step correction out of it. A little quicker than normal. So, just continuing to go nice and methodical. Breaking out the Flex Pixie. So this is one of our newer tools. Really been missing out on this thing. It's a 3-inch polisher. Obviously, it's portable, battery operated, and on the plastic parts, to make it respond better, we flip from a rotary to a DA 3-inch, which is being used right now. But it's great for trim, obviously the front bumper, the rear bumper, places where you're not going to get a 5-inch or a traditional 6-inch polisher pad in there. So now you see there was a change in polisher. Went to the Boss 21 millimeter throw, because the 15 millimeter throw on our torque just wasn't cutting it. And one thing we like to do after every single panel is to hit it with an IPA wipe and do a quick inspection and make sure that we get rid of all the scratches, because we are going for paint perfection here. So there's no rushing in this aspect at all. And overhead, you'll see I keep moving that light right there, and that is a portable light, and that is the sun grip, which is a awesome addition to our toolkit. Very versatile, and we've got 3 of those guys. But for this detail, only needed to use 1 because we're in a very lit garage, which helps. So there weren't too many areas that we really had any type of issues with. There were some spots on the hood that had some really nice deep scratches in that we needed to focus. And you'll see where believe it's right in this area. Yeah, getting that scratch real good, just paying attention. Because even though it's a BMW and it was brand new, there's no such thing as a showroom shine when you go to a dealership, because it's just extremely. I mean, I've seen a $180,000 R8 in an Audi dealership that was just destroyed, absolutely destroyed, and they said, "Oh, yep, it's all good to go." You're really not going to get a showroom shine unless you go to a professional detailer. And or purchase a Lamborghini, and even then, there's professionals that are dealing with all that stuff. So as I stated, the hood was the worst part, and obviously there's a lot of real estate to cover, and I actually had to break the rotary out in a couple spots to get it good. And here you see we're going back to the Pixie. That's the PXE80. Name it the Pixie, whatever you want to call it. It's a phenomenal tool, and once again, link will be below for that as well. So the paint correction is done, It took a while, but I mean, extremely satisfying to look at. The gloss really came out very well. Extremely happy with this. Anything random you see, I mean, there's some little dust particles that you'll see, but I mean, there's no scratches. You have to take your time if you want to get this right, and especially if you're going to be ceramic coating, because once you're done here, anything that's in, you go over with a ceramic coating, you're going to have to compound it off. All right, so this is getting a System X coating. We've been with the company for, at the time of this video, over 5 years. It was one of, about 97% of our details involve a System X coating. Just goes on smooth, comes out smooth. And this was a 6-year coating. So a lot of people think it's just an easy wipe on, wipe off, and if you're not smart, then things are going to be real bad. And what you saw really quickly, we're running through right now. Permanently ceramic coated the face of the wheels, and then you saw the permanent tire shine go on. Permanent tire shine could go on relatively quickly, and if you're just doing a face, it's not too bad. But here you see it's just going back and forth, being very methodical, inspecting every little piece to just make sure that there's no high spots. And here you go. Here's the full exterior ceramic coated. Look at that gloss. It's so wet you feel like you could just jump right into it. Permanent tire shine. It's an amazing thing. I'd say we hit mirror status. What do you guys think? Very happy with the results. I don't think anybody's more OCD. I mean, you could be a car guy, give me your car, and I'm going to be more anal retentive about your vehicle than you are, which is a good thing in detailing. Extremely critical of my work, and always trying to just outperform my last detail and just continue to deliver superior results. And we had no high spots at all on this at all on the entire car, which is actually pretty good, because typically you'll have about 3 or 4 spots that you just need to go through. And once again, you're seeing some dust. All right. So our customer was getting a full detail on the inside. So starting out, just taking care of the taking care of the windows. We like using invisible glass. It's a phenomenal product, and using some Lake Country diamond microfiber cloths. They're probably the best glass cleaning towels that we got. And we're hitting the whole inside with a cross between an APC and also doing a very light isopropyl alcohol for all the spots that we're going to be permanently ceramic coating, and hitting it with a horsehair brush, just making sure we're getting every little spot, every little nook and cranny. Love the interior of this thing. All right, so you're about to see us permanently ceramic coat the inside with a 2-year coating. Pay attention to this door. When it goes wet, you'll see how it dries. There you go. Awesome water beading. Won't easy to get out stains. Great product. So we're coming to the end here, and putting that nice 6-year warranty on there with the System X Pro, and here's the final product. What do you guys think? This is the next day. Love detailing black cars. So I appreciate everybody listening to my monotone voice. Sorry, this is how I was born. Love everything detailing. Thanks for joining us. And if you love anything detail, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be adding a lot more content. If you're ever in the Baltimore area and need a detail, ceramic coating, graphene coating, please look us up. Thanks for joining us for this behind-the-scenes look at this full detail and ceramic coating, and hope to see you guys back soon.